All right. Welcome, everybody. How are you doing? It's a beautiful Thursday. Right now, the time is 11:45, all the way from the city of Texas. And I believe you're all having a fantastic day wherever you're listening to Uncle Beno and watching 365 Media TV. All right, we'll continue with our daily broadcast and we want to give you some updates on what we got going. All right, if you're watching, please hit the like button. Don't be a stranger. Always get ready to be part of the family. This is Uncle Beno's channel, and it is not just about Uncle Beno, it's about the real fam. We gather here, we look at trending issues, and we share our thoughts. So you're welcome. If you're watching for the first time, again, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and don't be a stranger. Participate in the conversation. All right. I got an update about Abiola Adebayo divorce. Right now, she's the one making the wave in the Nigerian social media space. And in case if you don't know, this beautiful sister came up on social media and announced that she has been divorced. She has been separated or maybe divorced from her husband. And people are shocked. People are still trying to figure out what's going on. Now, the main issue is that people are asking, what's up? You just wish your husband happy birthday, and at the same time, you are announcing to us that you are no longer in the marriage. So that is ongoing. We try as much as possible not to dive into what's going on in her life because nobody knew what happened. All we know right now is just speculations. Yeah, welcome everybody. My sister Cherish Olivia, you're welcome. Simbi baby, how you doing? I'm gonna share the link so I can get Simbi here and other people. Mercy Ajini, how are you? All right, if you're watching, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Don't be a stranger. So we're gonna look at what's happening with Biola Adebayo, her divorce, because she she started talking. Women, you got to give it to women. Your auntie has started talking. I saw this. It was shared by our team. I don't know, maybe it was Simbi or Trendy to somebody shared this, and I look it up, and auntie have started talking already, and she's saying people. What was she saying? Let me even see. Where is the original post again? People are dragging the Nigerians. So she's already saying my ex-husband Sheyi has never laid a finger on me, and I never did as well. We never had any physical abuse or violence issue from either of us. Let us learn to be kind to people. You have no idea what others are going through until they say it. Actress Abiola Adebayo. Yeah, I've started talking and people are dragging us. So we're gonna look into whatever is going on. I don't think she posted this, but let's see how people are reacting. The lesson is when you share things on social media, people are going to interpret it anyhow. So we dive into that. Sister Yinka, welcome, my sister. Sherry say, oh, has she started talking? Yeah, I think she started talking gradually. But we're gonna talk about that. But real quick, let me update you on what's going on. You know, our platform is somehow becoming a kind of global platform because we have many brothers and sisters who are watching across the globe, and I think it's our responsibility to update you on what's going on. So I'm gonna quickly go through what is trending across the world. All right, just bear with me. So first off, let me show you what's up. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute too much. Just give me 2 seconds.
Welcome to the African Podcast, your go-to destination for infotainment, trending updates, and thought-provoking social commentary. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that thumbs up button, and get ready to join the conversation.
All right. So the first thing I have to update you guys is this. In America, President Trump announces major travel ban. Now, listen, as Africans, whenever the president or any president at all announce travel bans, they are going to list the countries that were affected. But by extension, there's going to be strict scrutiny for anyone coming into the country. So if you're in Africa, Nigeria, South Africa, wherever you are, Kenya, Ghana, or anybody at all, talk to your people. President Donald Trump announced this travel ban and it's going to take effect on Monday. So let me quickly share with you what my uncle have started again. Oh God, I bet me Sister Rose no see this one. Sister Rose go eat me raw because when I don't talk say na me they support this baba with everything we they do. So here is a brief from the news.
Travel ban barring people from a dozen countries, primarily in Africa and the Middle East, from entering the U.S.
We will not allow people to enter our country who wish to do us harm.
The president citing national security threats, including this week's terror attack in Boulder, Colorado.
By the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas, we don't want them.
In his first term, the president barred travel from several Muslim-majority countries, but those bans faced a series of legal setbacks. And it's one of a flurry of executive actions President Trump took last night, including a new broad investigation into his one-time political rival, former President Biden.
Oh, God.
Democrats call it a distraction from new criticism to President Trump's signature budget bill.
But it is chiefly in service of trying to get us all talking about that or talking about the Biden investigation they launched today, instead of talking about the centerpiece of this story, which is this bill.
President Trump ordering his administration to investigate whether Biden's aides, quote, conspired to deceive the public about the former president's mental state, and to look into Biden's alleged use of an auto pen to sign documents. But President Trump is now using the issue to open a broader, sweeping investigation, ordering the government to look into many of Biden's actions, including appointments and pardons, arguing they are not valid. President Trump's presented no evidence that Biden was unaware of any actions taken in his name, and the auto pen is common in Washington and legal for the president to use. Earlier this year, President Trump saying he's occasionally used it himself.
Only for very unimportant papers.
Former President Biden saying in a statement overnight, "Let me be clear, I made the decisions during my presidency. I made the decisions about the pardons, executive orders, legislation, and proclamations. Any suggestion that I didn't is ridiculous and false."
All right. All right. That's all I can take from that. But let me quickly tell you guys what countries are listed on the ban so we know what's up. So who is banned? Okay, my girl is here. Let me add that real quick. All right. So who is banned? And this is the news said that citizens of the following 12 countries will be blocked from entering the United States: Afghanistan, Chad, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Myanmar, the Republic of Congo, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. In addition, nations of 7 other countries will be barred from coming into the U.S. permanently or under several visa programs. These countries include Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. All right. One thing that is notably here is Burkina Faso is not on the list. And I don't know why Burkina Faso is not included. When I saw the travel ban, my mind was like, Burkina Faso, Traore, they're probably going to be the first people on the list, but Burkina Faso is not included on the list. I am not surprised though, because Burkina Faso has not really done anything wrong All they ask for is let us control our own resources, and we don't want France mediating in our shit. So I don't think they did anything wrong, and I'm glad that they are not included on this travel ban. But again, like I said, when there are travel bans like this, please don't think it's only the affected countries that were printed in black and white that's gonna be scrutinized. Every other citizen from other countries that are coming to the United States, especially from Africa, there's going to be strict restrictions. So advise your brothers and sisters in Africa, if they are traveling to the United States, let them keep their record clean. For instance, now when you apply for visa, they they go way deep into your background, that they will go to your social media pages and check your post all the way back to like a year. If they found anything that is against the beliefs and principles of the United States, no, you ain't coming. So tell your people to be very, very careful. And when you got to your point of entry now, the scrutiny is to the roof. Any little thing they found on your bag or anything, they may delay you. And this is not limited to just Nigeria or anything. It cut across every country in Africa. So these people, they are in their happy moment too. You got to be very, 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 very careful. So if you are coming from Africa to United States, do not carry anything that is unnecessary. Herbal products, or any kind of chemical product, anything, please don't bring your cream. Nothing. Make sure you are clean, or else you may be turned back. So they are clamping down on a lot of visitors now. So let me just tell you some of that thing from the news. When does the ban take effect? The executive order goes into effect Monday at 12 a.m. ET. So this one is so fast too. Why now? Addressing reporters at the White House on Thursday alongside German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, Trump said he implemented the new ban now because it can't come soon enough. Frankly, we want to keep bad people out of our country, Trump said. And I'm in support of that 100%. I don't want bad people coming to the United States. Remember, this is my country, you know. This is my motherland, and we're not going to allow any bad people to come to my motherland. So if you're a bad person, don't come. Don't come near us. We don't want you. Stay where you are. So I'm with Trump on that. We want to keep bad people out of the country. A similar policy in Trump's first term, which barred foreigners from 6 Muslim majority countries from entering the country, was reversed by then President Joe Biden. On the campaign trail, Trump promised he would revive the ban. In a video posted Wednesday on YouTube, Trump cited the attacks on the in Boulder as justification for travel ban renewal. The recent terror attack in Boulder, Colorado, has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country by the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. Trump said, we don't want them. So there you have it. There you have it. That's the news. Again, like I've always stated, everything Donald Trump is doing now, these are the things he mentioned in his campaign promises. Trump said he's going to chase away the illegal immigrants. So let's just be clear. And he did that. Almost everything he promised, that's what he's doing. All right. So please, let's bear in mind. All right. Let's come back to why we are here. But let me recognize my beautiful real fam. Wow, you see, we are growing every day. Our community is growing. I'll take comment and recognize people along the way. M5, what's up? M5, do you know why I like to call you M5? because I used to watch James Bond movie. And that's where we used to have MI5, MI6 and stuff like that. So I just love that name, M5. So Mama 5, how you doing, my sister? And by the way, Mama 5, we go talk. I see one video where you define trouble, my sister. You are looking. Ooh. Guys, go and follow Mama 5 on Instagram and Cash Cruise. I saw that video. I think one of my sisters sent it to me, and I'm like, this person look like Mama 5. Oh. She would look so young, and she was doing all those shenanigans. I'm like, now Mama 5 be this now. I mean, my eye, they pay me. See, sister, when we take time, oh, take time. Or else I go call my brother. You are really, really looking for trouble. Welcome, Mama. All right, Comfort, how are you? Deshola, my baby sister, how are you doing? You're welcome. Dr. Adana is here, and Cherish Olivia. Mama, you're welcome. Cherish say, I just tired for this one, America. Cherish, leave my motherland for me. Oh. This is my motherland. No tire for my motherland. Your Nigeria frustrate the hell out of me. Just like Tinubu say, hey, they abuse the hell out of me. That's how your Nigeria frustrate me. So I am in my motherland and I'm in support of Trump protecting us. I bet Sister Rose never did here. I know what bad goes. Dr. Adama, how you doing, my sister? You're welcome. I just did laugh. M5 said, my husband was heavily scrutinized when he went to the US from the UK a few weeks ago. Exactly. So people, please be careful. At the airport now, they are looking for any small excuse to throw you back to wherever you are coming from. These people are the one in charge now. I don't want to mention names, but they are the one in charge now. So if you're coming to the United States, please be super, super clean. Don't carry any unnecessary items with you, and be sharp. Don't come at the point of entry. At the port of entry, you don't get there and start doing the African thing. Oh, I will just beg them. I will just tell them, oh, is this small thing? I just brought it along. They no send. They will throw you out. You're going to be on the next flight back to your country. So if your visa got approved and you are coming, do not take anything that is unnecessary, because they will really, really scrutinize you like mad. I had Rotimi Amechi on one clip recently where Rotimi Amechi said he traveled to, is it Germany or somewhere? He said they scrutinized him for 30 minutes. Rotimi Amechi, that has been a governor in Nigeria, he has been minister, he has been in politics for 24 good years. So they no send him papa, they scrutinize him. So please, people, be super, super careful where you are coming to the United States. Okay, Auntie Grace, you're welcome, man. My Biba, fine name, fine sister. Biba, you're welcome. All right, let's get into this conversation so fast. Dr. Dana said, don't come and start blowing big. Dr. Dana, why are you this funny, my sister? Dr. Dana said, don't come and start blowing big drama on my night shift. Oh my God. All right. That's it about Donald Trump. Now let's go back to another news from Africa. Yeah. I'm just trying to update you guys real quick.
Welcome to the African Podcast, your go-to destination for infotainment, trending updates, and thought-provoking social commentary. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that thumbs up button, and get ready to join the conversation.
All right. Simbi, what's up, baby? How you doing? Simbi!
Hello, Uncle Ben. Good evening, sir.
Simbi.
Good evening, sir. Hi, Rupa.
Simbi, I call you once,
Sir.
you no answer. That is not how you submit. You don't have submission in you. I call you.
I'm sorry, sir. I am sorry.
How are you, Simbi? How are you doing, my baby girl? Are you ready?
I'm
Are you
doing
ready
great,
for today's
sir.
show?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm always ready. I'm
All
always
right.
ready. As long as you allow me to express myself, I'm always ready. Hi, Rufam. Please hit the like button. Please hit
Wait
the
till
like button. You just might hit the like button and I'll find my husband here. So please, if you want to get married, hit the like button. Pico, thank you.
Simbi, don't let me fight you. What do you mean you will find your husband here? Your current boyfriend, wait till do am. No start to, no just start. You want really
My
trigger me
my
now.
my my current boyfriend has cough. I don't want to contact cough.
So you are looking for a replacement before in cough go.
Hmm.
Which generation you be again, CB? Because your
Millennia, proudly millennia.
oh my god. Anyway, let's move on with another update. This one is coming from Kenya. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know what thing we do. All these people, they always come for Nigeria men. What do we do? Shebi say we stubborn. We are not. We are not husband
Boss,
material.
I shared this to you, right?
And
I
I
was
don't
gonna
even
share
know
this
who
now.
did it. Okay, I was just clicking, and I saw this, and it was just freaky funny, man. So
But Loki, sir, this makes you happy, right?
because
Loki.
I'm proud of my brotherhood, Simbi. I'm freaking proud of my brotherhood. We are doing exceedingly well right now. The world is beginning
Hallelujah.
to recognize us. Yes, Simbi, the world is beginning to recognize us. They are beginning to realize that Nigerian men, we are the king. Eh? So let me give the real fam the update. So what happened is President Ruto of Kenya have started lamenting. He said, Nigerian men are marrying all our daughters. What is happening? Kenya men. Is it that Kenya men are slow or shine?
Uncle Ben, you want me to say something? I kind of feel like if you put a Nigerian man and a Kenyan man, Nigerian man will always come first. Like, don't
Mhm.
play. I think ladies have seen that these guys can be very caring.
Yes, now, yes, Simbi.
Yeah, so
Nigerian men always come first. We get everything. We be odogu.
Nigerian men are the prize. Yay!
We are the prize, baby. We get money, we get bola, and we get grace.
It's not even just about having the dollar. They know how to use it too.
Oh man, Simbi, what part of the bed you wake up today? Hey,
I don't know, sir. I think my twin sister took over my job this evening.
you see, Simbi, when you talk like this, you and I, we can never fight. I swear. And that's my baby girl, Simbi. Now, the Simbi where I know be this. Not be the one where they come here, come they fight me every day. Eh? Anyway, so so President Ruto said that Nigerian men are marrying our daughters. What is happening? And this is where he said it. Take a listen.
Again, is married to Nigeria. And our guys around, I don't know, sijui wako slow ama so we need to balance these scales, because at this rate we are going to have a brain drain from Kenya. I think there is something between Kenya and Nigeria. Yeah, so we should build it further. My daughter is married to a Nigerian. This one now, again, is married to a Nigerian. And our guys around, I don't know, sijui wako slow ama so we need to balance these scales, because at this rate we are going to have a brain drain from Kenya. I think there is something between Kenya and Nigeria. Yeah, so we should build it further.
All right. And if you are wondering why are Nigerian men going to Kenya to marry when we have all these fantastic sisters all over the place in Nigeria? Shout out to Misty. Misty, Misty must pay fan, I beg. How much Misty go pay? Misty has been missing in action lately. All the bad
Misty,
goes where I get.
$50. Welcome, Misty.
Simbi, how much did you say Misty should pay?
$50.
You see, that is the problem.
$50.
That is the problem with you guys in Nigeria. You think say $50 na money for person like Misty? I thought you're
Uncle
gonna.
Ben, it's not. I used to. Uncle Ben, you don't check the comment section. Most of the time, I charge $1,000. But Misty is a very nice lady, and she has been helping us most of the time. So I'm just being nice.
No,
Like
Misty is rich. You levy a high fine on.
I never said she's not rich. I just said she's a nice person.
Okay. You are trying to stylishly bribe her, Abi. No, wala. Misty, your fine is $200. $200 for missing in action. Anyway, so if you're wondering why are Nigerian men going to Kenya, this is why. Let me show you. Example of Kenya babes. Check this out. Kasongo Bonawe. Bonawe, mama. Kasongo Bonawe. Hey. Bonawe. Let me tell you, when I see something that is created specially for my brotherhood. You see, when God was creating African women, God knew that if there is anything that can keep an African man, na backside. And then God come begin to share the backside, You see, when you see ladies from Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, Allahu Akbar. Make I not go there. That's why I keep saying to myself that I have to rethink where I'm going to spend my retirement.
Uncle Ben, you're exposing yourself too much, sir. Turn it
I'm not
down.
expressing myself. I'm simply telling you, I'm thinking where I will spend my retirement. Because when you visit some of these African countries, you will begin to ask yourself, why am I not from this country? So in case, if you are wondering why Nigerian men are going to Kenya to find wife, the example is what you see on the screen. Okay?
Hi guys.
All right. Take another one
This
out.
is me on a skirt.
Mm-hmm.
I can miss it skirts. Reason.
Now you understand. All right, that is it about what's trending from Kenya. Remember, I told you we're going to be covering every other African country because I just realized that we have more people from other African countries as part of Real Fam. We have Cameroonians, Sisi and Misty, they are from Uganda. We have Kenyans here, we have Ghanaians. So we're going to be touching up on what's trending on those countries too. Now, let's go back to Adebayo. She have started talking. Give me just a second.
Welcome to the African Podcast, your go-to destination for infotainment, trending updates, and thought-provoking social commentary. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that thumbs up button, and get ready to join the conversation.
All right. You're welcome, everybody. This is going to be a fast one. Let me share the link so anybody who is free who want to chime in from the Real Fam, they can join us and say this. But please, I don't want bass boss, so make una just pity me. You see, I get headache for my stomach. I don't want bass boss. Now, this sister, for those who miss it, she's been trending for about 4 days now. She came out wishing her husband happy birthday, but the message was a kind of shade because she actually said happy birthday to my ex-husband. She caught Nigerians by surprise, unaware. So she showed up and said happy birthday to my ex-husband, and people are like, when did you become ex-husband? What's going on? From when to when? Abiola. And then after she said happy birthday to my ex-husband, I wish you this, I wish you that, everything. And then she said, okay, let me say it. Me and my husband, we've not been together for 14 years. We've been divorced. And every night I cried myself to sleep for the past 14 months. Yes, you don't know what people are passing through in their home, blah, 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 blah. And that was how she messed up her ex-husband birthday celebration for this year because trust Nigerians, we no get job, we are jobless. Nigerians hop under that post and they were dragging the husband. You know as they go now. Divorce, divorce na big conversation. So they were dragging the husband, but then there are still some sane people on that post who actually said, "Why would you choose his birthday to be the day you want to make this big announcement? What is really going on?" We did two show. If you missed those two show, please go and watch it. We did part one and part two, and a couple of questions came up. In fact, the one we did yesterday on the part one, we were just looking at how divorce is affecting us generally and what we can do best. And I asked some of my coconut head questions, and my sister has no agree. So we have to do a part two. When we did the part two, it was already late. Many of you guys in the UK and Africa, you were sleeping. So go back and watch the part two. So I asked a couple of questions yesterday, and we're gonna go back into what's going on. I will read what she said now and the comment, but just for you to have an idea of what this conversation is going to be surrounded with. We did part two of the show yesterday, and I asked this question. Shout out to Auntie Rose. Sister Rose was my main guest yesterday. I asked this question: is marriage an achievement? And I also asked, would you consider being single an achievement? And we had a lot of conversation around that yesterday. And finally, I asked if it is okay for single men and women to shame married people with marriage is not an achievement. Now, if you are wondering why did I bring all this back, with what is going on with this Biola divorce, a lot of questions need to be answered. So, Misty, you're welcome. I know you are here. I will come back to you shortly, my sister. So, a lot of questions has to be answered because today, I saw this online. I don't know if it is true, if it's coming from her or not, but this is just like the latest thing we found about her. So apparently, some people have started adding 1+2. You know, Nigerians, they are decoders. So the decoders have gone to work and they are beginning to piece together what happened and why her marriage broke. So I guess some of them are insinuating that the husband is abusive. So today, this blog, Fat Telling this blog, whatever, posted this and said, my ex-husband, Sheyi, has never laid a finger on me, and I never did as well. We never ever had any physical abuse or violence issues from either of us. Let us learn to be kind to people. You have no idea what others are going through until they say it. Actress Biola Adebayo. Now, I don't know if she really post this or share this, but this is just what is trending right now, and it's coming from this blog. So a couple of people left some comment there. So like this Blinton said, you insinuated it will what? You insinuated it with that last comment about living to a way alive, or okay, about walking away alive or something equally wide. Most of you meet things up. Some of these people, when they type comment, and you can't even read what they are typing. I won't we realize initial.
It's very
Um,
technological.
yeah, this one lifestyle with Jay said, "Oh, shut it! You set him up for drags and speculation. So deal with it. We don't care." Hey, hey. So people are already talking, and here in the Real Farm, I just want to have your take. So first, here is the question we're going to be working with. This is what we're going to be working with. If a woman divorced her husband and turn around and say there has never been any physical abuse, we have never laid hands on each other or whatsoever, then what's going on? That's my question. If a man never beat you, he doesn't harass you, you don't kick each other, everything. What can be the reason for a woman to leave that type of marriage when there is no physical abuse? You are doing okay financially. You got God bless you with your beautiful baby. Your husband is handsome. So why? What can lead to that type of divorce? That's what we're gonna address. Now, let me welcome my beautiful sister, Misty. What's up, mommy? Misty!
Uncle Ben, why are you
Why are you
screaming?
screaming?
Make I scream Misty name. Misty na troublemaker.
He's too
My,
excited to have me in here.
I swear, I've missed you. I've missed you,
Hi,
Misty.
Misty.
I
Welcome.
missed you too. Hi, CB. How are you? Are you okay? Uncle Beno,
Be
I
good.
had a lot of work. I had a lot of work, but on one of the shows, I popped in and I heard you talk about. Oh, I was itching to enter the studio, but I had work. I had work. You were talking about what was it? It was about women and not even marriage being an no about you being an African and
Mhm.
raising your children. I think you're talking about how you drove into school to follow your daughter because she was wearing bum shorts.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I listened in a little bit and I wanted to just walk right through my screen and come and hit your head right there and then. And I said, he's so lucky today. I cannot come into the studio. Let me give him the pass. He's been saved. But yeah, that was a very contentious conversation. I didn't get to watch everything or listen in, so I have to go back and listen. I think it was very good conversation for us to actually even have that conversation. It's something that we need to continue talking about. Very
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a very
it's a learning process for us,
yeah.
and yeah, we may learn one or two things because I feel like some of us are we're kind of stuck in
Mhm.
our generation is a very interesting generation because we're the gap, we're the bridge between that older generation with all the traditions and everything, and then the Gen Zs and all these hip kids.
You
So
know,
sometimes we find
we
ourselves trying to maneuver the path for us is a challenge. You know,
exactly.
it's a great challenge.
And
Uh,
you know, we Gen X, we are the best. Gen X, we are the best generation. Every other generation after Gen X, their brain are AI. They don't
we
function.
have
How are you guys? How are you
we
guys
have the
the
best
best
of
when
both
Nigeria is
worlds,
like this?
right?
Let's go start.
We if we're given an opportunity to rule African countries right now, we would do so well. But the older generation won't let us.
They won't
You
let
know,
us. Don't mind them.
right?
The millennials
So
are worst, and the Gen Zs, those one, they are from Mars. Mm-mm. Anyway, Misty, I know you might
yeah,
have missed this show about this lady's divorce, but
right,
like you always said here, we are just using these people as anchor and just for us to learn. I've told people over and over again, please don't drag them, don't insult them. They have their life to live. The only thing is
true.
that they are human, and what they are experiencing, we are also experiencing it in our various lives. So, what lesson can we learn from that? So while discussing her issue, a lot of conversation has came up since yesterday, but I'm just gonna ask you one real quick. Is marriage an achievement? I'm hearing you. Me, I'm hearing you,
Oh, okay,
Misty.
okay, all right,
Yes, we can hear you, ma. How
okay,
So,
about you?
that's
Misty,
good.
is marriage an achievement or not?
I don't know. I think it. I know everybody, like so many people, have been saying it that
Mm,
marriage is not an achievement. Uh, but I think it depends on the person you're speaking to.
right.
Being in a marriage is it's not moi moi like you guys say. It's not a walk in the park. Being in a relationship is
Yeah.
not easy. I mean, it can be beautiful and everything, but it has its challenges too. And to have a successful marriage in this era is
Mm-hmm.
really amazing.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. It may not be something you count as an achievement in your opinion, but I think in some people's opinion, if there are people who have been in a marriage and they've lived and they're happy and they've done it successfully, it's an achievement for them. So it varies from person to person, really.
Exactly. All right. Let me now ask you this one based on what we are looking at today on this
Right.
Biola's course. If a woman comes out and said, my ex, there is no physical abuse between us. He has never laid a finger on me. I've never assaulted him. We don't do all that. And if she's kind of painting a picture of nothing terrible is really happening, and yet she was
Mhm.
divorced and she kept it secret for 14 months. What could have led to that divorce? If there's no physical abuse, no financial abuse, and all that, what can make a woman divorce a man?
Sometimes people grow apart and they just find themselves coexisting in a house and they are not a couple anymore. There's no friendship, there's no love. Like you've lost you've lost that touch you had with that person. We have to accept that sometimes people actually grow apart. And so if there's no abuse in the relationship and it's just nothing is it's just not working for you and
Mm-hmm.
you feel that you're best being apart from each other,
Mm-hmm.
then you can separate or divorce if that's what you feel will work. Some people will choose to stay in it in case there's no abuse. They'll stay in it and try to work on it and
Yeah.
seek help and actually make it work. But it's so rare that a woman would walk out or would apply for a divorce. It's very rare, but it's happening now. It's
Yeah.
happening. Yeah.
Okay.
If there's
Okay.
no abuse, there's nothing, whatever, and a woman walks out or applies for a divorce, that's weird. Women usually don't just do things like that without a reason, I believe.
All right. Let's take some comment. Auntie Grace is in the studio. We're gonna take some comment and then we discuss further. Auntie Grace, how are you today, man?
I'm good. Good evening, everyone. Good
Good
evening, my
evening, Auntie
sisters.
Grace.
How are you? We missed you.
Good
Oh,
evening, Auntie Grace.
so
Welcome,
heartwarming
Good,
Mama.
to
e-
hear. So
good evening,
heartwarming to hear.
Cindy. Good to
I
hear
know,
your
I know
voice.
you've been holding it together with all the wisdom. I know Uncle Beno is difficult, but you
Uncle
always
Ben has been
prevail.
giving
Hmm?
us all his baskets, and he said it's the ladies giving him baskets with
You
his cultural whatever.
Oh, Uncle Beno needs some brushing and some washing to do before we let him.
Oh, he won't
No,
let
Please.
go.
I'm an African traditionally lawyer and everything. But he's
But,
good.
but we love him though.
It's very difficult not to love Uncle Beno. Even if you
I
try it.
know.
You know those relatives you try to distance yourselves from and you cannot? Uncle Beno is
I
one of
know.
them.
Yes,
Mhm.
it is. It is. It's just hanging in your throat.
Auntie, I beg, make una leave me, Joe. Make una leave me. Welcome, Auntie Grace. Welcome, ma. All right, let's look at some comment from our chat, and then we will continue to look into this. So I was asking that what exactly is going on? Why would you come out and say there's no physical abuse from all indication is like, okay, there is something deep about the divorce? Because majorly for me, I've always been an advocate of if you are in a marriage, there is no physical abuse, no financial abuse. The bedroom is shaking, the bed is shaking in the bedroom. Whatever problem you have, you can walk through it. That's has always been like my take. The only thing
Yeah.
I do for people is if you marry to a man that slap you yeah, shit, don't do it. If you marry to a woman that will grab your clothes, hold your shirt, What's wrong? You're not going anywhere, bro. You don't want to be in that type of marriage. But if there is no abuse, money day, you guys are comfortable, and you have sex. At least if it worst, at least you are having sex once a week. Say worst situation, once a week, maybe 4 times in a month. You can still work.
Uncle
Misty,
See?
Beno,
you don't
Sorry,
start.
Uncle
sorry,
Beno,
sorry,
Uncle
sorry,
Beno,
sorry.
Uncle
Mhm,
Beno. You
mhm.
see what you're listening now. So yes, somehow, sometimes I like listening to you, right? You see everything that you are listing out there.
Yes, man.
And which what you just posted here, like we said, Nigerian knows how to carry what they want to carry. We don't actually know if she put this out there.
Yeah.
Let's assume that she put this out there and she said there is no physical abuse. She has not addressed every other thing about sex, about emotional abuse, about what is going on in the bedroom, what is happening. She has not addressed any of that. When she did wish this man happy birthday,
Mhm.
she she said something about she's been sleeping with tears and all that and all that. What is making a woman that is just newly married, the married is just about 3 years, and
Yeah.
she's been sleeping crying for the past 14 months? So how many months did she actually stay in that marriage that it was peaceful? She also she also stated that they both decided to part ways amicably and then to take responsibility of their only child, right? We don't
Mm.
actually know the person who actually fight for the divorce. They just arrived at amicably. So we don't actually know what happened.
Yeah, actually, I'm not.
So,
I'm not talking
yeah.
about that.
So
I'm
what I'm
speaking
saying is
general
that
statement.
this divorce, there could have been other things. And was his sister Ify who shared a little bit of light, like she knew her, and then this is her second marriage, and this baby came as a result of surrogacy, right? And
Yeah.
then you also said something when you were having the late night show, which I went to watch, that if you have a problem, especially with having children, and you did not discuss this with maybe a Yoruba man or whatever the way you put it,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe in this marriage, because she married before, she knew, because if the marriage is just 2 years and she's 43 and she has gone to do surrogacy, which means she knew what her problem was. Immediately she went into this marriage, she decided to go for this baby as quickly as possible. What
Yeah.
of if the man is not buying it? What of if the man is not giving her peace, doing what she wants to do? What about the man goes out is not coming? We don't know if the man is having a side chick because I want my own, my baby. You understand? She has not
Yes.
actually come up to say there is so much going on. You who wears the shoe know where it pinches. That is
Ex-
why they decided before it leads to maybe physical abuse or other thing or holding one down. Let's just go our ways. They didn't discuss it into detail before the marriage, right? And then they've come in, they've seen the reason why it's not going to work. We're not agreeing on this and on this, on this, on this. And it's making the woman not to sleep. It's making the man having sleepless nights. They have a right to go their separate ways. We might never know the actual thing that happened.
It will come out.
Everybody, everybody is just speculating. Everybody is just speculating. As
But
even if this woman goes on and speak, except the man also comes out to speak, we can never know the actual truth.
absolutely, I agree with that. But one thing I know about my Niger people, they will dig whatever is going on. They will dig it out.
They will dig it definitely. But
Yeah.
so when you talked about if there is no physical abuse, what will make a marriage break up? There could be other loads of things that will make marriage break up.
Yeah.
So
You
that
just
is just my
just
own
answer
thing.
my
That's why
question.
I just came in to say, let me just. I'm not saying it's the right thing to say. That is my own view. That is what I understand could be happening.
Exactly, man. All right. So the question we're treating is what could break a marriage without abuse? So, in case anybody who want to participate, that's the question. That's what we are
Uncle
dealing with.
Beno.
Yes, ma.
Uncle Beno. So here's the thing. Some people,
Uh,
their marriages come
Misty,
to.
Misty, just give me 2 seconds. Shout out to Man of Prestige. I see you, Baba. Man of Prestige, Uncle Patrick, Cool Mama. Everybody, you are welcome. Thank you very much. All right, go ahead, my sister.
So some marriages come to an end where people get married, they have children, and the focus becomes children. Okay? They focus so much on the children that they forget about why they got married in the first place. They stop being friends with each other or caring deeply about each other or making time for each other, right? Going out for date nights or things like that. And everything is just they pour all their energy into the children. The children grow up, the children go to colleges, universities, whatever it is, they move out of the house, and you just left the two of you. And for over 10 years or 18 years, you have just been chasing after the children. You forgot the relationship you had with each other or you ought to have had with each other. So now you're left in a house and you're like strangers. The kids are not there anymore. There's nobody to care for, like, going to take them to all these places, doing things with them. Now you left just the two of you and you're strangers. You don't know what to do with each other anymore. Some people end up divorcing, and that's a very bad time to actually seek divorce because you're possibly in your late 40s or 50s, or you're reaching that age where you ought to be close to each other, because at that age we are coming up with all these ailments, things which we didn't even know existed. You need each other. So yeah, some divorces are not, it's never because of an abuse, it's just situations, people drifted apart. That's
Yeah,
it.
thank you. Thank you. So, in her case, there is something I noted about her case. I've been listening to what everybody says and all that. Shout out to Sister Yinka, our Yinka's Pepe.
But even part of her message, I still feel like she's still in love with her husband. It's not like she has totally forgotten about him or whatever. I feel like there's mixed signals there. I don't know.
Like I said, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. And one of the things I noticed about the whole case is when I learned that she actually had a baby through surrogacy, and she's married to a Yoruba man. Something just clicked in my head. Now, don't get me wrong, Yoruba men we are amazing.
Tell us about Yoruba men. Tell us.
You've started because my sissy don't go marry Yoruba. You don't define
No,
Yoruba.
no, 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 no.
Misty,
You
Misty,
you said there's something about Yoruba men.
yeah, let me
So
tell you. I want to tell you
tell
right
us
now.
tell us some more.
Okay, Yoruba men we get place. Oh.
Sisi has definitely taken us to Yoruba land. So we are coming to visit. We're going to be happy. We shall dance, eat, and everything, and celebrate.
Yeah, so let me tell you, Yoruba men, we are awesome men. We are good. We will take care of you. I swear, when you marry a Yoruba man,
Mm-hmm.
you are in paradise. We will take care of you. We will pamper you. Pamper.
Okay.
If you are looking for men
Okay.
who can pamper, now we Yoruba man, but we have our shortcomings. Why are you laughing already?
Hmm.
Started, you are laughing.
I'm not
We,
disputing anything. I'm just happy. I'm
all
happy.
right. So we Yoruba men, we have our own shortcomings too.
Right.
Not all Yoruba men know, but
Mm.
we like women, man, no lie. So
Mm.
chances are, if you don't give us peace in that marriage, if you don't give us peace, we go get a backup somewhere somehow. Not all Yoruba men. I'm just saying some they will have
Mm-hmm.
backup. Okay. Now, on the other hand, if we want to consider the deep issue as it relates to this sister now, this Abiola, when I heard about the surrogacy thing, I like to put myself in people's shoe in order to understand what's really going on. To be candid with
Right.
you, to be honest with you, if I meet a woman in her 40, and she opened up to me like, I can't conceive, but I'm ready for surrogacy. I will pay for it. I will do everything. If it is IVF, I'm willing to do it. To be honest with you, please, people don't come for me. Oh. I'm just being honest. If
Mm.
I will try to sympathize, empathize with her, be kind. I will say sweeties and everything. But deep down inside of me, I know that there is no way I am going to stay with that agreement. That is just
Oh,
me.
really?
Then will you go
Why?
ahead to marry her?
Hey, thank you, Auntie Grace. Now, where question they be that, and that is why I think my gender they are not doing good. If it is with me, if I'm the guy, I know I can't do this
So, but
surrogate.
Uncle Beno, first explain yourself why you would not honor your agreement before you get into the marriage. Like,
I'm not
why do you feel the way you feel about that?
okay. Honestly speaking, everybody have their choice. As a man, the way I see my life, even when I was a young boy, I've always seen my life like I'm going to impregnate a woman. She's going to carry my baby. You-
Ah,
Just wait. Now you ask me, I'm being sincere now, and then you are saying, everybody have their dream.
I I
Is it
haven't said
okay? Am I
anything.
wrong?
Go on.
Am I
Go on.
wrong to have
No,
that?
go on. We're hearing. Go on. Go on. Yeah.
Yeah. So my dream as a young man, in fact, the life I'm living right now, I foresee am. The only thing that has not manifest in the life I have in my head as a 14 years, 15 years old boy that left Ibokoda Ondo State to Lagos. The only thing that is missing in the life I envisage for myself right now is money.
Money. I know.
Is money. Besides that,
So
everything I picture in my head, that's the life I'm living. So when it comes to this, what I imagine in my head is I am going to get married to a beautiful wife. I am going to have kerewa with my wife. My wife will be pregnant. Oh, we will all throughout the pregnancy, we will be there. We will go to the hospital. I will be there all the way through. When my son is born, in fact, I envisage that with my first child will be a boy. So I said, when my son is born, I'm going to carry my son. We will dance. I have so many things that
and
plays
then
in my
and then
head.
and then you had two girls first.
I have to
You
get.
know.
In fact, let me even confess to you now as a Yoruba man. When
I know what you mean already. Like you were so worried not
all
to have
right, when we
had a
have
boy.
the second girl, I don't begin to fear. I don't begin to pray. Say, God, I beg. This third one make it no go big girl again. Honestly, I'm telling you,
Mm.
and my wife can read me through. You
So
know,
Uncle Beno,
so
here's the thing, and
mm,
this is where we need a lot as women. We need a lot of support from our husbands, from our brothers, and from African men. You
mhm,
plan life,
mhm.
and then God has His own plans for you. You
Yes,
really, every woman who wants a child would want to carry their own children in their womb. But
mhm.
sometimes things don't work that way. If there's an
Okay.
alternative to you, it may be that I want to have a child, but I have a medical condition that will prevent me from having a child. But I can still have a child without carrying the child. So if it's
I
surrogacy
agree.
and the
I agree.
procedure involves a part of my body and a part of your body
Mhm,
being put together to have
mhm,
that child,
mhm.
and there's a carrier for us to have that child, what makes that child less of what you would have
No, no,
envisaged?
no,
Nothing, right?
No, no. I
Miss.
think
Sometimes.
what Uncle Beno is saying is this:
Hmm.
if he knew as a person,
Hmm.
if he probably will not go into the marriage.
Right,
So
Exactly.
right.
this is
Because
no,
okay,
hold
now
on,
I get it.
hold on. Yeah,
I
this
get
is
it.
where um it is good to be open to your partner before going into the marriage.
Right,
So
right,
if the
right,
guy knew before he went into the marriage, we're only just speculating. If the guy
right.
knew and eventually he changed, then he will be blamed. If he didn't know, and as soon as he gets into the marriage, he discovered that, it will look like you knew this condition. Why didn't you tell me? It's like you lied to me.
God bless you,
But
sister.
Sister Grace, here is the contradiction. Uncle
Yeah.
Beno said, if you tell him, if you're honest with him and you tell him, he will be with you, but he will not
No, he
marry
hasn't
you.
answered that. He hasn't
He
answered that. That
said,
is the one I
no,
asked him. Would
he
you
said
go
you'd,
into the
he
marriage with
said,
her? He's
okay,
Mister,
so
about to answer the
marriage is
question.
even the second thing. He said if you're open to him about it,
Yeah.
and you're willing to pay for the procedure and all that. So that means he would go ahead and have the child, but he would not marry you.
Misty, you see,
That's painful.
this is the problem in marriages. I just explained something now. You have
He hasn't
already
answered.
figured
Yeah.
out the last part. You don't even know.
He
ah,
hasn't answered,
we
Misty. He has not answered.
Obiri, I said
Not Obiri. I always emphasize listening, listen to understand. You understand?
Right.
Yeah.
Misty, I did not say I am going to marry her or be with her.
No, he
I
hasn't
said
said that.
what I will do is if she open up to me like that, I know that is a deep conversation. So right there, I will figure how to empathize with her so that my answer will not shock her. Because one thing is this: before a woman will tell you something like that, I'm getting a feedback. Let me just do this. All right. So, because one thing is, before a woman will tell you something deep like that, she has probably made up her mind that I'm going to marry this man. Let me just tell him now. So, if you tell me like that, I will get it that this is deep. I can't go with this thing. I can't sign this deal. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to tell you straight off like that in a way that it will shock you. So I'm just gonna say, okay, have you tried this alternative? Have you drink agbo? I'm sorry, I'm a traditional man. Have you drink agbo? Have you go and see Elewe Omo? Okay, what about if we go back to village? Because there are some people in the village that they are really good with all these things. So I will present.
Oh, a lot of our ailments can actually be cured by herbalists.
Exactly.
It's
So I
just
will
that we've removed
several.
ourselves away from traditional medicine so much. But I strongly believe in traditional medicines. I do.
Okay, so and thank God we are here. We are having this conversation now for people who might be experiencing the same thing. I'm a very, very traditional person. I'm sorry. I still believe in Western medicine. I'm a nurse. But do you know, here in America, for instance, I'm just giving an example. Here in America, they don't believe that there is something called jedi jedi. They don't know that something is called jedi jedi. What be the Oyinbo? B-flex. What is Oyinbo? Where's Sister Yinka? What be the Oyinbo for?
What
Is
is
it?
jedi?
Don't worry. One of my sisters, they will pop the English this thing now. Jadi is a very dangerous illness. When a man has jadi, that man will begin to experience ED sooner or later if he doesn't treat it on time. That is why you see a lot of men in Western world, they are on Viagra. It's jadi that led them
You
to,
won't be able to get it up. Too much sugar.
yeah, you won't be able
Taking
to
too
get
much
it up.
sugar.
There are some
Yes.
food, how many
And when he
we,
wakes up in the morning, there is no erection. Everything go there down.
exactly. So for those who are,
This
who are,
baby Sibi, she knows so much. What is
I
this, Sibi? I
Simi is
need
a
to inbox you.
Simi is a criminal, I told you. So for those who don't know, jadi is pie, hemorrhoids, and when jadi,
So piles cause that stuff? I didn't know that.
yeah,
Wow.
when jadi went untreated for a long time, it might result to hemorrhoid because sometimes it can lead to constipation. So many men don't know this. So that's why I usually tell men in the morning between 5 and 6 before you get up, your bola must stand. If in the morning your bola is not standing, something is wrong. You are having pile. But here in America, they don't believe in that shit. Once you go and tell doctor this and that, they check your blood pressure, check everything. They don't look into jadi. They just conclude, Oh, you have ED. Okay, we can work on that. We can do this. Before you know, give you option. They want to sell medication now. That's why you see men popping Viagra every time. And for those who use Viagra a lot, you go die. Now heart attack go kill you. If you don't take time, watch what you are doing as a man. Now that Viagra now go buy you one day. You go there, you go there, so you go say, man, I'm rocking. It's dangerous. So for me, I usually tell people before you resolve into using all that, check everything first. Make sure everything is okay. Go and run test. Do your
Okay,
life.
so Uncle Beno, in a nutshell, you tell her about all these alternatives and all of that, and then you don't commit yourself to her, or
I
what is
won't.
it?
I won't. I mean,
Then what of after telling her all of this and she said she has gone through all of those and it don't work? That's why she now deciding on surrogacy.
yeah, if she decides surrogacy, I will tell her the gospel truth. I will tell her this. I love you. I like everything about you. I sincerely want to marry you, but it has always been my dream that I have to impregnate my wife. My wife have to carry my baby for 9 months. She has to deliver that baby. We have to be in that labor room together. I
You
am.
have to pay with the baby bump.
I'm telling you. So I will give her option too, because
I
I think.
think for me, I have reached a
Let me
stage
just finish.
in my life
Yeah.
where I I process information on a case by case basis.
Mm,
Initially, I think when I was in probably my 20s, 30s, my thinking could have been exactly like what you're talking about, Uncle Beno. Like, no, I can't even look left or right. It's just let's walk straight, right? But
mm.
life happens and you see people going through things, and I'm more appreciative of people and their challenges, and I'm very considerate. Now I don't look at life with the tunnel vision. No.
Okay.
I'm open to understanding other things that other people go through to probably achieve the same results as I could have wanted 20 years ago or 15 years ago.
All right.
Yeah,
So
you
that's my
that
thinking
is the
anyway.
thing. Uncle Beno hasn't changed to that extent yet. That's why he kept talking about this culture, culture, culture,
Okay.
culture.
See, Auntie Grace, Auntie Grace.
He
What?
has a lot of growth to do,
Not growth.
which
No,
which
no,
I
no.
don't think is going to
Mis-
happen.
Misty,
It
wait.
might not happen ever.
Misty.
Yeah.
So you see, this is a problem with our people. We like to force people to believe what we believe and let them do things our way. I am saying it now.
No,
Sorry.
Uncle Benny, this is what we've
Uncle
been
Beno,
preaching. Live and let live. Let
yeah,
people be whom they are.
yeah.
That is what we've been preaching.
You
We're not accepting the other person. We're not blaming you for it. We're
No,
not. We're
mhm.
just addressing something. Yeah.
no, Auntie Grace, when you guys said, oh, you still have a lot of growth to do, this has nothing to do with growth. Just like Sister Yinka is saying now, it's a matter of choice. I am sorry. I feel sorry for people who are looking for fruit of the womb, and I pray for them every day. But I'm simply
Mhm.
telling you the way it is for some men is different. I am not
No,
the
Uncle Beno,
wait,
sometimes you feel the way you feel
Misty. Let
until
me
stuff like this happens. It comes very close to home, like a very close family member, and your thinking could shift and change. Do you know what I
Misty,
mean?
Misty. Let me finish. Let me finish,
Okay,
Misty.
I'm sorry.
Look, men are men. This is the problem. I am telling you right now that if a woman present me this option, I will tell her I can't do it. Did I commit any crime by simply being honest? By saying, look, I see
No,
what.
No.
you
No.
actually you have a right to the way you feel and to your opinion and all of that. And
Yeah.
we need to be accommodative of each other. Maybe, yeah, we just have to learn to accept other people
Exactly.
the way they feel and do things. But you also have to recognize, because it
Mhm.
can't just be one way, because I'm on the other side of the fence but I'm acknowledging that the situation may not be ideal for me, but it doesn't mean I should shut my eyes to it. You, on the other
Yeah.
hand,
What
you are not. You are not
what
even
We
compromising.
can't force the guy to marry her if the guy doesn't want those
exactly?
situations. I
Yes,
appreciate that. The
you
most
true.
important thing is for the lady to open up. If he accepts, go ahead and marry. If he does not accept, don't go into marriage and tomorrow you are breaking up. That is what we're trying to address.
Exactly.
Right, right.
So, see, are you trying to say when you say, "Oh, you have to consider the other people, you have to understand"? Are you trying to tell me that okay, you can work with her? You have to. Is that what you
No,
are
no,
saying?
no, 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 no. Uncle
Okay,
Beno, it's very important for you to be true to yourself. That
exactly.
I'm saying it's important for you to be true to yourself, but you also have to acknowledge that sometimes things happen to people
I agree.
that they have no control over. We
I
have to learn to empathize with them and
agreed.
be supportive when they are going through those situations. It
100.
doesn't mean you have to marry her or do whatever. People go, I mean, people now can have kids. You just go and go to the spam bank and pick whatever and pay what? Less than $1,000. You pay for whatever description or whatever you want, and you can have a child. But when somebody is going through things like that and they confide in you and talk to you, or you met them and you could have been a great couple together, you need to learn to acknowledge and support them through their journey. It's very important, you know.
Are you saying that as an advice or based on the scenario we painted?
No, that's an advice. That is just how I feel. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Because my thing is this: there are men who are ready to do anything, everything possible.
You
There are
know, Uncle Beno, in this situation of Mr. Biola, we are, like Auntie Grace mentioned before, we're speculating. We don't have all the facts, right? If we had all the facts, we could have dissected this situation properly. But we're just speculating as to why, as
Mhm,
Africans who just got married within 3 years, they have a child and they're divorced. It's
mhm.
such a rare thing. So there must be something so deep that led them to go through a divorce in a very short time like this. Something which we don't know. We are not privy to, you know.
I don't know,
Okay.
but what me I'm
Mm.
suspecting is this. What I'm suspecting is this. I may be wrong. That man love her truly. She loves the man. They have their baby, but that man want his biological son or daughter. That man has another woman outside. That's just what I'm thinking. It may be wrong. That's not what is out there, but that's just my. That's what everything in me is telling me that goes on. That
Possibility.
this guy definitely is not. Look, if you know our people very well, our people are very terrible people. You can work with a woman, you do everything together, it's fine. And this guy can go out and hanging out with fellow men. They may have issue. They may have issue. They may have argument. In Nigeria, we talk sports a lot. They might be arguing over a sport or something, and they are drunk. And somebody will tell him, "Say you are impotent. You that you cannot give woman belly. Now buy or now go buy picking." People are really crazy in Nigeria. Some people are cuckoo. And statement like that go deep. Even if it is not even fight. What about family member? That man may go to family meeting or they may say, look, may we not even go there, but I believe you should know what I'm saying now. The family member can even tell him, say, look at you. Phobia low you. Eh? So spam ni. Some family member will say shit to you that you will have a rethink that really. This is what me I advise people generally, and anybody like I always say, my advice is not the best. I'm not an expert. I'm just speaking from personal experience. If you are dealing with something like this, and you have to use any other option, maybe IVF or surrogacy, travel, especially when God bless you with the money. Travel. Just disappear, go and hide yourself somewhere. 9 months, come back with your baby,
But
and
Uncle
you put a
Beno,
lid on it. You don't have to.
why do we have
to
And tell
hide these
anybody how
things.
you got your baby.
Uncle Beno, why do we have to hide these things that
Mhm.
is actually happening to us?
We
Why
don't
do
have
we
to
have
hide,
to
Uncle Beno.
stigmatize the women who are going through these problems? My
Okay.
thinking is that we should be supportive of them, their challenges they are going through, and make it a normal process in life. They don't want, why do they have to hide?
Okay.
Why?
Good question. Good question.
We
Excellent
should not
question.
stigmatize our sisters who are going through these processes.
Now, here is
You
the thing. Missy, I can't even hear you. You are kind of sounding far away. But here's the thing. If you go back and watch all the show we've done, I think yesterday's show, that one was the loaded one. Both part one and part two, yesterday it was loaded. I said something yesterday that when you are getting married to a man in Nigeria, I don't know of other African country, but Nigeria in particular, do your research. Find out where that man is from. His culture and tradition matters. There are a lot of people here now who will see somebody like me that I'm openly telling you I embrace my tradition and culture. They go, a fellow man, they'll say, oh, that guy, he's a bush boy. Nah, 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 nah. Life has gone past. They are lying to you. Many of them, they are so deep into their culture, they just don't say it out. A lot of people pretend these days. So, like I said yesterday, when you are getting married to a man, do your research. Know where he's from. What are their culture? What are their beliefs? When it comes to children, what do they embrace? What do they see as acceptable to them? It will help you. So the statement I made about travel, hide yourself, is not because you don't have freedom to do anything, but it's to save you some of this nonsensical thing that will happen. This lady, for instance, if that is the case, she got the money to go and stay in a place like Canada or US or even London. Now London easy pass. London na backyard for Nigeria. You can go to London, do your thing there. 9 months, you have your baby, you come back. You and your husband.
Uncle Beno, let me tell you the risk of that. Somebody carried that baby. You cannot come back and start flaunting the baby you did not carry the pregnancy. Why the person who carried the pregnancy is at the backyard? Nigerian being what it is, and these are celebrities, and that child is going to be on the internet. Somebody will leak your secret. Forget it. It is better for you to say how you got that baby before they shame you.
Okay, I'm just advising, no, because
Yes.
some men, they truly loves you, they back you up, they are there with you all the way.
And when some people
But
even drag you, some people drag you the last minute, they will even deny the fact that that child is yours. They will say it is their egg. They want that child for themselves. It is Nigeria. Anything can happen. Before they sell you, you better sell yourself and have your peace.
You
all
know,
right, let's just
I was
do.
having this conversation with a friend of mine. She's very, very educated and very exposed. She's
Yeah.
studied in East Africa, she's studied in England and lived in
Continue,
England.
Misty. I'm coming, please. Okay, just continue
Yeah.
with Auntie Grace. I'm coming.
So she is very exposed and she comes from a really wealthy family. She has her own money too. She's done something good for herself. But she was considering having a baby and one of us had she is one of the girls, one of the ladies that we know got pregnant when she is 49, 49, 50, and it was a very difficult pregnancy, and so we lost her. So we're having this conversation of surrogacy, IVF and stuff, and so she told me that for her there's no way she could go through this process without carrying the child in her womb. If she does not carry the child in her womb, she does not feel like that's her child. There would be no connection whatsoever. I was so shocked, Auntie Grace. I was so shocked. I was so surprised that I'm very close with somebody like this, and she's very exposed and all these things. But this is her ideology, like
Wow.
yeah, it hit me real hard. I'm like, wow. Okay.
It don't mean she won't be open to adoption then.
No, she's not open to adoption. She's not open to surrogacy. No, nothing.
So she
She's,
wants to carry the baby herself.
yeah, she says if she doesn't carry the child, there's no connection she feels with that child. I was really baffled, you know. So
Okay.
yeah, there are some women who feel exactly how Uncle Beno feels, you know.
Say that again.
Uncle Beno, I cannot repeat. Put $500 down before I can say it.
Okay, don't say it again. You have been mixing with Nigerian people. Don't say it, oh. Ma give you
No,
$500. Fake by me. Nope.
no. I was
All right,
telling
all right.
Auntie Grace that I have a friend who is she's very exposed, she's very educated, she's lived in England. Not this living where you're hustling, do you know what I mean? But no, high-end
Yep.
living. So she has it all. And we lost a friend. She had turned 50, but she was pregnant, and she was hiding that pregnancy actually. She turned 50, she was pregnant, and she passed on because of the complications involved. And so that's she had refused to explore other options of having a child, right? Because she said
Yeah.
she had to carry her own child. And so my friend told me there's no way for her that she would explore adoption or any other way, surrogacy. She could not. Like, she has to carry the
Hmm.
child in her womb for her to have the connection with the child. There's no way she could consider the other options. I was very surprised because, I mean, with all you're talking about exposure, blah blah blah. She has it all, but her opinion is quite different. So I was saying she shares the same opinion like you.
All right. I'm just saying, no. You know, the one thing is when we suggested some things, it was it will come off as if it's crude, but where I'm coming from in Nigeria, we don't play with wisdom. There are some things you applied wisdom through.
Uncle Beno, I appreciate the fact that you wouldn't do it. If you won't do it, there are people that will do it. But
Eh,
hiding it, I don't think that is even an option. I know that there are people who have done it, they didn't disclose it. If they are not public figures, if they are not celebrity, nobody will come to your house and ask you, how did you? You understand?
Yeah.
So, but for people like this, you
You see, somebody
cannot
like
hide
Ini,
it.
Auntie Grace, somebody like Ini, Iniedo.
Yes.
She went through this. She had her baby. She was on top of her PR team, and she made it very clear how she had her child. So now there's no surprise. There's no element of surprise. She's not looking behind her shoulder, worrying
No,
that somebody is going to find out
somebody
that
will come
she's
and
not
say you didn't have this baby.
exactly, exactly. So
Even Uncle Beno, if you see this lady, Cora Obidi is a sister. She had two children already. For 7 years, she's been trying. She's done IVF. She said for IVF or thereabout, and she was miscarrying. And the
IVF
thing
so
was with
expensive.
complication. What did she
Hmm.
do? With her egg and her husband sperm, they went for surrogacy.
Yeah,
See
I
how
don't, I
beautiful
don't,
the baby
I
is.
don't,
She's
I
on
don't
the
see anything
internet, she's
wrong with it.
flaunting it. There is
Hmm.
nothing wrong with it. It is her baby. She even breastfeed the baby.
All right. I just say that people don't have to hide or anything. I'm just saying you just need to know who you are married to and what may possibly happen and how to prevent it. Whether
Maybe if she was hiding it, the man wouldn't still take it if she doesn't want it. That is why you have to open from the beginning. Either you go into the marriage, you don't go into the marriage. If you didn't open up to him and he felt betrayed while in the marriage, it's not going to work.
yeah.
He's giving you the child, but he won't stay because that is not what he wants. If you open up to him and he accepted it, and in the course of the marriage he betrayed you, then you can cry wolf and let people know that he agreed. I told him. If you didn't tell him, he will say, "Oh, you deceived me into the marriage." That's what we're talking about. You don't need to hide it.
And since you mentioned that, Auntie Grace, let me bring something else into this conversation. Maybe it can help a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I was privileged to speak to a friend. She's in Nigeria. She's been my friend for a long time too, and she's 34. When we had conversation, everything came back to this husband and wife thing, and she was like, "Ben, the men that we did now, they are baku, they are crazy men. I don't even know. All of them just want to use me and run." And she's a big girl. She's doing fine. So I jokingly ask her, "By the way, how old are you now?" And she's like, "Ben, don't start." I just say, "I just want to know how old are you?" She say, "I'm 34." I now said, just on impulse, God forgive me, my coconut head. On impulse, I just asked her, "How many abortions have you had so far?" Seriously.
Jeez. Uncle
Hmm.
Benzo's.
Yeah, but no, she's my friend now. She have asked me things
Yeah, but
even worse.
why would you?
But wait, let me land, Misty.
Okay.
When I ask her, by the way, how many abortions have you had so far? And she's like, "Ben, okay, you want count for me?" I said, "No, I just wanted to know how many abortions have you had so far? Just be sincere." Now, my friend now, she said, to be frank with you, Ben, that I only had one when I was in secondary school. Since then till now, I never get belly once. So nothing. No. There was a time she
Wow.
told me dating somebody, they were together like 3 years, and she said she liked the guy, that even at that time she was actively trying to conceive.
Wait,
But
how do people
nothing happened.
date for 3 years? I don't understand that one.
Okay, that's a conversation for another day. But this is where I'm going. The reason I asked that question of her is I just look 34. You
Hmm.
suppose don't be born
Go
now. You
get yourself checked out. Yeah, I get what you mean.
hey, so I'm like, you suppose don't be
Hmm.
born now, but you never born. Where did they go on? So wait now,
Uncle Reno, I go call in later. I beg, fix Misty's audio now. Why you punish us like this?
Is that
you know
Uncle
they hear me.
Dio?
We know they hear Misty at all.
Is that
Ah,
Uncle
I
Dio?
know hear Misty.
oh,
Don't
that's
don't
MOP.
don't let him into the studio today, please. He's being a bad boy.
Yeah, I think
Mr.
And
she needs to
yes, I
she needs to
said the
call back
same
in.
thing, but
Hold on,
I go call back in later, okay?
Okay, Baba.
Yeah.
Misty, I will remove you, then you can come back in. That will fix your audio. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So the reason I asked her that question was I just wanted to know if everything is okay. So when she now told me after that one, nothing else again, I now kind of get serious and now say, okay, shaking so tough when should I just be honest with you? Nobody know when your husband will come. But whatever you do now, make sure any man you are going to sleep with should be a man you will be proud to call the father of your baby. If you ever got pregnant, say you even miss your period, Bene, don't do anything, no, have the baby. And she's like, Ben, now people go talk now. What do you mean say make I have? I say, I'm telling you as your friend, have the baby. You are okay, you get money. If you do anything with anybody now, just make sure this guy where I won't go sleep with, this guy is good. I can actually be proud to say he's the father of my baby. If you get belay, keep it. You 34. Glory be to God. As me and you are talking now, she has a baby. I'm not yet married. And she's enjoying it. So, Auntie Grace, I don't know, maybe I did bad though, but what I would tell any lady generally is if you have the power, you get belly, just born the pikin. Don't wait for anything perfect. You say, it has to be perfect. I will keep myself. Which one that they even parade now? Celibacy. I be which one with that madness one when that they do now? Oh, I'm gonna be
be
celibate.
stingy
I'm
with
gonna
your womb.
Celibate, celibate.
my dear. If God bless you, you have the money. So far, you are over 30. Sleep. The same advice. Men are not saying a woman they talk to. They tell men. When I don't hear me say this thing before. Even men, I do tell young men. If you want to sleep with girl that you know that if this one born for me, even if we no marry, I will be proud to say, see the mother of my baby. Don't just sleep with any woman randomly. In fact, sleep with women will be say they are potential wife material. You can never get it wrong. That's the advice I give to my fellow men.
So my question for this is, after she now has this baby, is the guy still in her life? Are they hoping for marriage tomorrow, or they are no longer keeping the relationship?
Say that again, ma.
I say, okay, now she has the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Is she still with the guy, or she's just managing the baby all by herself? The relationship is no longer on.
According to her, they are not together. The guy don't marry herself, but they co-parent real good.
Okay, now you got one baby mama somewhere, and then another brother will come and say she's a baby mama. She got that to deal with. Maybe she was 1 year more patient, she would have met the right guy. This is where this pressure comes in. Yes, Uncle Bello. I thought when you started, you were like, get yourself checked out, make sure everything is all right. Nothing is stopping you from getting pregnant. So that when you meet your guy, everything is perfect. Yes, but just go ahead and then be pregnant for any man, whatever, because the man is okay to be called a father. And then this man is married to. Do you know the pain you'll be going through? It's like they've rejected her somewhere. I know she'll be enjoying her baby. Maybe she had waited 1 more year, she would have met her right guy. Now she's
what
a
if
baby
he
mama.
waited? Guy no come.
But we don't know.
Yeah.
This is the pressure. This is the societal pressure. We've been talking about this pressure.
Auntie Grace, you said
your advice was good. Your advice was good for her to check herself out for everything good when she's ready. 34 wasn't too late. Now she's gone to get pregnant for a man that was not actually ready to take her in. Now she's a baby mama. Then one fine man will come and say baby mama. Another one will come baby mama. She's there. When is she going to have the second child?
I see what you're saying, Auntie Grace, and I agree with you 100%. But here is the thing. I think the baby mama thing is not really, really like big issue anymore. If the
I know
lady
it's not. I know it's not. But at least there's a limitation to it now.
If the lady know what she's doing,
these are the people she's got her money, she's doing okay, she's beautiful. By the time she will now bring the quality that she wants, you people will say, oh, she's already a baby mama.
Auntie Grace, you just want to shade us today, Abby.
No, I'm not shading you. This is something we've been addressing, and then you are eating and abetting in it. This is pressure.
Auntie Grace, yeah. Auntie Grace, here's the thing. You know, like I've always said, me, I'm a straightforward person. I'll tell you my mind. If I am 35 as a man, if I'm 35 as a man, and never know the direction where my life they go, I go give person belly, and we may not marry.
Right. That's why you are a man. It is easier with men than with women. I keep saying that.
I agree. But this day and time, if the woman know what she's doing, if she's hardworking, a professional, and she's a bit package herself well, men
the
don't
one
really.
that she didn't see when she was single. The one she was struggling when she was single. Now that she's a baby mama, that is when it will come. Was she not a professional? Was she not making her money as a single lady when she didn't get? I'm not saying she won't have it, but I'm just coming back again to this societal pressure. You have to do it because people are doing it. It shouldn't be. If she did it on her own, fine. We shouldn't push people to do. Your advice was good. I thought you were saying, get yourself checked out in case there's no problem, so that when the right guy comes, it's not going to, you're not going to waste time in taking in and all that. Fine. But, just get pregnant because the guy is handsome, he's got money. And then you will be in one corner. Do you know how depressing it could be?
Auntie Grace, Auntie Grace, I see everything you say. Misty, are you here now? You are coming in and out, in and out. I shared the link to the studio to your WhatsApp. Maybe that will allow you to come in peacefully, Misty. Can you hear me, Misty? Yeah, sorry, Misty. Anyway, Auntie Grace, look,
Yeah.
one thing I said that is this. There are some things you don't want to tell people so they don't feel bad. When I ask how many abortions have you heard? And she said the only one she had was back when she was in secondary school.
I get you.
And now she's 34. And she told me nothing after that.
Yeah.
Even when I was with a guy that we really love each other, we really, really want to go deep and all that. I deliberately wanted to be pregnant for 3 good years. Pregnant.
Yeah.
What ah, oh, Uncle Patrick, let me move to Uncle Patrick a little. So what's going on my mind that yay, I hope this guy no get problem like this. I hope
Yeah.
this guy have fertility problem like this. So that is why I tell her that look, if peradventure anything enter, keep it. So you say
Just
that's
keep
a
it. Just keep it for anything. Whether the man was ready for anything, just keep it. Just keep it as you keep it.
grace. When woman get money, when you get money, you are okay. Your business is
All right, I hear you.
and you know deep down you don't do some mistake in the past. When it comes to the issue of conceiving and all that, if belle enter, should I advise somebody say if belle enter, may go abort am for person wey be say yes.
No, it was no, it was
Boss,
the
please, can you
blood.
check your DM, sir? It's important. Please, sir.
Okay.
The belly that enter now wasn't a person that okay, we can sit down and talk about it. It's like let me just give it to anybody to see if I can get pregnant. This is what happened. This is what I'm against. If it was somebody that she was in a relationship with, gone, and then they will talk about it and then move forward from there, that would have been great.
All right. All right. That's a good one. Thank you. We have to go now. But basically, let us pray. Let us pray to God. May we not find ourselves in some of this dangerous situation. And
Yeah.
God, may God comfort everybody. Well, I'm just coming from a place that please, sometimes always remember you are the one that matters. You are the one that matters. Don't
Yeah,
run on other people's clock.
definitely.
Do what work for you.
For you. Yeah.
This conversation like this as a very, very tough conversation. Like I've always said, person will not get mind, person will not be matured. You can't stay on my platform. You either run away from me or something. And the reason is because I don't like let just maybe just the romance and maybe no talk and maybe no talk. I believe it's better we hit on tough conversation so that people who are listening, when they hear some things, they can make decision on their own. Now,
Yeah.
the later part of this conversation about conception and all that, it's really hard. But trust me, these are the decisions we face every day as human beings. If I want to play to the gallery, I won't tell you my sincere take. I won't tell you anything that happened. I'll just say, okay, maybe we just rub and. But I've always asked myself, what's the need of going live, staying there 2-3 hours, and you are not even making money from it? Then you just go there. You don't really say what is really affecting people. So please, if this conversation hit a chord, don't take it personal. It's just for you to think. One of the things I preach a lot on this platform is life is a game. Play to win. Everything in life is a game. Marriage is a game. At work, na game. Anything you do is a game.
Sure.
Put yourself first. And that's why I said earlier, if I'm a 35 years old man now and I'm single, and this never dey okay, I go give person belle. I'm telling you right now, I go give person belle.
Because that is a personal decision. Well
Exactly.
and good. That is
Yeah.
fine.
Choice.
Do what is best for you. That is
Yeah,
what we are preaching here. Yeah.
exactly. So now, in your own case, you don't have to follow my own path because it's different for anyone. Before I will make up my mind and say, if I'm single, I will give person belle. I've already prepared my mind that if they born this pikin, I will take care of the pikin.
Yeah.
That's just take. You feel me now? So for
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to do that. If you have to wait, you wait. But me, everything in life, that's my philosophy. Everything in life is a game, and I want to win. And I am not running nobody's. I know they follow your clock. So please, wherever you are right now, you know what life is dealing you. Make the best decision. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me allow man of prestige to speak so I can round up and leave. MOP. What's up,
You're
Baba?
rounding up.
Yeah, I don't stay here for 1 hour 40 minutes.
Eh,
What's the
ah,
time?
yeah, I'm just
Mhm.
joining. Me, I'm just joining. I've been listening and out.
Yeah. Just give us your take.
Specifically on what? Yeah, just give me a little direction.
Yeah, I'm getting echo MOP
It could be
from you.
me. It could be me. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Uh, it should be better now, right?
Yeah, it's better
Okay.
now. So
All right.
we're talking about this Biola Adebayo situation. She didn't
Mm-hmm.
give much. The last thing she said was just, okay, me and my husband, we are no longer together. We've parted
Right.
all right. And then the next thing I saw today, my girl shared it, and I saw this where she said, my ex-husband, she has never laid a finger on me, blah, 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 blah. So when we started the show, Sister Grace was here, Misty, and I was asking, okay, if there are no physical abuse, financial abuse, and all that,
Uh-huh.
why should couples break up their marriage? Because in my own opinion, if nobody is abusing each other like that, some of your issue you can walk around it. Then we now move back to Biola, and I said nobody knew what really happened between them, but the information that is available is that she did surrogacy, and that surrogacy, my mind is just telling me that one of the possibility that led to their divorce might be that that man desired to have his own biological baby, or
Mm.
the man may be cheating on her. Those are just my take. So, and that's when the conversation now went to Misty was here. So, Misty is a lawyer. So Misty was questioning me, like, in this case, what will you do, Uncle Bello? And I said, to be honest, to be frank, if I am the one in this shoe, if a woman tell me, okay, I can't do this, so but I have the option of surrogacy or IVF, I say per my own way of life, based on the dream I have in my head, that I'm going to marry, I will impregnate my wife, we go carry belle, we go play with the belle, we go labor room, everything. If she tells me something like that, I will tell the woman straight up that I am sorry. Have you considered this option? Have you
Okay.
tried herbal medication and all that? So,
Let me take those already
so if
since you're in a rush.
so that you will round up because I'm rounding up. Let me just
Yeah.
give you where we are. So that
Okay.
was the conversation. And Misty was like, I think Misty wanted to like press me to say, oh, you have to understand, you have to grow up, you have to understand that if that kind of happen, you people can walk around. And I said, look, these are the problem. You have your choice, I have my choice. This is what I can stand. And I told you, I love you, you are a good woman, everything, but the choice, the situation we are right now, my dream is to have baby in this way. Instead of wasting your time, let's just cut it off. So, but our sister now, it just feel like, Ben, no, you can't say that. You can't say that. No, you are supposed to work with her. And I'm like, these are the issues. This is where women at times will feel like, oh, I can actually convince him. I can make him to see reason. A man will always be a man. He can see reason for 1 year, 2 years. By year 3, he will still go back and do the crazy thing when he won't do ni. So that's the situation. MOP, over to you, Baba.
All right, all right. I just have a couple of questions for you based on what you just shared with me.
All right,
First question is, how did you arrive at cheating? You're predicting that this guy probably cheated. How did you arrive at that?
Everybody right now, everybody is just kind of speculating. They didn't tell us what happened. So I'm just saying, I said it in yesterday's show now. Oh, you didn't get it. So I said, based on what she dropped, when she said is it 14 months or 16 months, that she has been crying herself to sleep at night. I said, from my small experience, one of the things that can make a woman to cry every night is if the husband she loves is cheating on her. That's where I came up with possibly it can be cheating. We don't know what happened.
So you're also saying, I beg pardon me, make I agree you small, okay?
No. Have a conversation.
You're also saying the only reason why a woman could be crying herself to sleep every night is only if she gets cheated on.
I am not saying the only, no, not only. I said based on what I think, cheating is likely most of the cases that can make a woman to cry herself to sleep at night. I don't know whatever it can be. So I'm not saying only. I just say it's an option.
Okay. It can I can go with something as simple as loneliness. You know, loneliness, depression, even things that has nothing to do with the guy. There's so many things, so many reasons why a woman can cry herself to sleep and even end up divorcing him. It maybe has nothing to do with him at all, but maybe that's the only way she deems fit. It could be anything, because I'm looking at your questions that say what could break a marriage without abuse. So many things, because abuse would mean somebody is the villain and the other person is the victim, right?
Yeah.
But there are so many things. There are many reasons. I just can't be going off the top of my dome right now. But then the second question I have for you about the surrogacy thing is that, are you saying that the people who do surrogacy, for example, Pastor Igodalo, he did tons of procedures with his wife before she unfortunately passed away. If you recall, what's her name? Ibi something, Igodalo, the young lady that passed away some few years ago. She was running a charity where she was doing surrogacy and all kind of procedures for women who are seeking for children, right? Are you saying that people like Pastor Igodalo did not have dreams of having their own children in the ideal way that you described? Is that what you're saying?
MOP, let's I don't know where you are going with these questions, but I think I've already explained everything from my angle.
But your reason is because you've had dreams of a certain way.
What you
So
are
I'm
trying
not
to
asking. I'm not asking. Are you saying or suggesting that these men that are found themselves in this kind of situation and they're okay with it? Are you saying they never care about that dream?
MOP is their choice.
I know now.
It's their choice.
It's not their choice not to have baby. It's not their choice. They wanted it.
It's not their choice to not
come.
have baby. He didn't come. That exactly. Thank you, Miss
Yeah.
Grace. He didn't come.
Wait to. People get married naturally. They met themselves young, maybe in the 30s. They are 30s. They got married naturally. They are together 8-10 years. Baby no come. It's a different ball game. This not, please, let's not twist my word. This is public space.
No, I'm with you. It's a question. Just stay focused on the question.
No, we have to make it clear, because you know how internet work. Nobody should twist my word. Let's get it clear. The scenario we painted is, this is a 40 years old woman who already been trying to conceive. Baby is not coming. The man she wants to get married to, she opened up to the man and say, this is what is happening. And I give an example. If a woman tells me that, based on the dream I have as a man, I can't go with that. Do you guys have problem with that?
No, I
I
don't.
simply have that.
I
Sorry.
don't have I don't have problem with that.
Now,
I'm going back to what you just said. You just said it again.
now, MOP. The other way around it is this: two people found each other, they fell in love, they got married. 10 years later, they are still waiting for their baby. It's a different ball game. Even the man, the woman, whatever they decide to do, excellent. If I found myself in same situation, I'm married to a woman of my dream. We're young and we are trying. It's not working. Anything we want to
There
do,
is echo. I don't know where that echo is coming from. Please check.
Do you
it's
still
not
have the
from
echo?
it's not from my side. I don't think it's from my side. So MOP, that is what I am saying, please. So
Yeah.
over.
So I get what you're saying. Do you still hear echo? Is it fine?
No, I didn't hear any echo. Maybe Auntie
Okay.
is the one getting echo.
All right. So I'm gonna try again. This is what you
Okay.
said. Correct me or wrong. Correct
Let's
me if I'm wrong.
just finish it in like 15 minutes because I got to go.
15. Okay, you
Yeah.
got it. You got it. We can do it in 5.
We can do part 2. I'm off tomorrow. If you guys want us to continue the conversation tomorrow, I'm off. I'm free. So, but let's see where we can get to in 15 minutes.
Right. So correct me if I'm wrong. This is what you said. Let me say what you said first before I go to my question again.
All right.
You said you will, please feel free to correct me. You will, as far as choice is concerned, if you find yourself in this kind of situation, you will just gently tell this young lady, "Wait, I love you, but I've always had the dream of having my children a certain type of way." You know, I'm paraphrasing you a little bit, right? But basically you've had the dream that way. That's what inspired my question.
Okay.
So my question for you is that, are you saying that the men who are, in fact, I'll take that back, they're not necessarily okay. Life has presented them with these challenges when they've decided to work with their wife or their girl to use these alternative methods to get their dream. Are you saying that this man never had the dream that you had? Because you have the dream.
In that I'm talking about me, for example. MOP.
Thank you. That's all I need. So you're not saying that. Now that you're not saying that, what other reasons could you give to why you'll be dating a young lady married? Because we're talking about you married this person already, right? And then you find yourself in a situation where you have to use alternative methods. What other reasons outside of you've always had the dream? Because all of us had the dream. What other reasons would you give to why you can't stay with that person and use this viable alternative methods? That's my question for you.
Clarify that question. Is it?
I'm sorry, I'm happy.
But no. It's not you at all.
Okay. What other reasons? You said you have dreams. I take that dream.
MOP, wait. Why I say clarify the question is this.
Yeah.
The question you are asking now, is it before or after marriage? Remember what I said. A woman
marriage
is before marriage. It's different.
I'll say marriage because you're not obligated to do anything before marriage.
Okay, if it's in the marriage, I already told you we have to work with whatever we have. It's quite different from before marriage.
So before marriage, you also said, I take that in. I received that. You also said before marriage that they would have shared with you. You were suggesting like they would have told you what the issues are, right? If you were dating somebody, here's my question for you. You were dating somebody and you find out that they can't have children naturally. You're saying you will not continue with the relationship, right? Is that what you're saying?
Is that a crime?
No, it's not. It's not a question. Just say yes or no now, Uncle Beno.
Just go to your point. Is that a crime? You want to make it look bad? It's not a
no.
bad.
It's not. It's not. Okay. Let me give you my own answer. Let me give you my own answer so that you can know it's not looking bad. Okay. Let me give you my own answer.
The way you're presenting it, it makes it look like it's a bad if a man have a choice of I can't do this. What are we talking about? Look, listen to me, man.
No,
When
wait now. Wait. Relax, Uncle Beno.
and address it because I don't get it.
Relax.
We are all in this game
Let me.
together.
I'll tell you my own now. I'll tell you my own.
You need to
Okay.
look like, oh, that's a terrible thing for a man to do. A man
No.
has a
No.
choice.
No.
You can't,
No.
you can't
No.
force yourself on a man. It's just like a man who is impotent. If a man come to you, he's good at everything. He can carry what, he can do everything. The bowler is good. And
Uncle
then,
Beno.
no, wait,
I did
wait,
not say all of this you are saying. No, I did not say all of this you are saying.
to clear it is public
Let
space.
me clear it.
No,
Since I asked the question.
you did not now tell the woman that I'm sorry, but I'm infertile. I'm sorry, I can't really impregnate you.
Yes.
The lady now say, oh, let me work with it. Or if the lady said, no, I can't work with this, well, we should blame the woman. That's just the situation I painted, Baba. So
You
go ahead.
you didn't answer any questions. I didn't ask you for opinion. You didn't answer any questions.
You didn't
All right.
ask me the right question. The question you are asking me is a
Okay,
question.
tell me what the right question would be. What's the right
The way you
question?
are putting it, if you have said, Uncle Ben, if a lady before marriage told you, I have this condition, would you say no because of your dream? I will tell you yes 1,000 times. But you didn't.
Okay. So
You
what's
put
wrong with that? Are you telling me there's something wrong with your answer?
MOP, just go ahead and
See,
address
I
what.
never said that. You're the one that's Ben now. I never said anything was wrong with your answer now. I
Okay.
never said that. It's the same question when people say what is your blood what do you call it, blood group, right? You say, oh, I'm AS, I'm SS. If you say you are AS and the other person I'm AS, it's not a crime to say, oh no, it won't be a fit. We don't want to be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with that. It's the same, even that simple one. How much more a person cannot have children, right? Of course, nobody can judge you for that, right? So I didn't. You kind of jumped down my throat. I wasn't saying genotype. Thank you, Jerry. I wasn't saying that anything was wrong with your answer, but I was driving somewhere. Okay.
All right.
If it's before, the point I was trying to make is that if it's before marriage and somebody is graciously telling you that they can't have children, you're not obligated. There's no obligation to continue that relationship. Okay. Now, you did say we don't have to have an excuse for that. The thing is that you kept saying my dream, and I'm like, no, we all have the dream. It's just that people find themselves in circumstances that sometimes we have to make tough decisions, especially as men. You know that now, right? And sometimes you just have to say there's no way forward, because and that should be fine without giving any additional reason for it. You see what I'm saying? But after marriage, the same thing, guess what? Funny enough, applies. Even if you're inside marriage and you find out that this person cannot have children, nobody can manipulate you or emotionally manipulate you into staying in that situation, because if it's off and somebody managed to successfully manipulate you to stay in, it's only resentment that it will cause. Nothing good will come out of that in the long run.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But I also want to acknowledge people that decide that they want to be courageous and go through such journey with their lady. I want you to know, Uncle Beno, that it's not that those people did not have dream. They just made a different choice. You see what I'm saying? Even though I also acknowledge that you never said that is after marriage. You clearly said that after marriage is different, But that's all I have for today.
All right.
We should do part two.
It just hit me up, Baba. I'm off tomorrow. We can split it. You know how it go. I'm off tomorrow.
Do you have anything different to say about that? Any pushback against that?
I don't have any pushback. My stand has always been that there are some things you have to discuss before marriage. And if you table anything before marriage, if both of you, man or woman, if you know there is no part of what is on the table you can work with, simply tell the person you can't. Don't let people manipulate you into accepting what you know you can't take. It's simple. So I have no pushback. My thing is, right now, the way marriage is going and everything, there are deep conversation people should have before marriage. Don't get into the marriage and then you want to open up the conversation. It's already too late. Put everything on the
I,
table.
I think the number is, correct me, ladies. I think the number is 1 out of every 3 women will have 1 or 2 issues with reproduction. These
Uh,
people don't know this is going to happen until they're inside of it. I just want to put that out there real quick. They don't necessarily know.
MOP.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for your take on this matter. The only thing I would love you to throw a little light in, except that Uncle Benu said he has to go maybe another time, is about somebody getting pregnant before marriage because you just want to. We try to address it because like he was talking about his friend and was asking how many abortion, blah blah blah, and then eventually he said any man that you know you can have a baby for, once you take in, don't abort it. And eventually the lady takes in and the man is married to someone else. So I was of the opinion that this is a societal pressure. The address I would have given is, if you haven't taken in for this period of time and you were having relationship, why don't you go get yourself checked out so that when you marry there won't be a problem of fertility. But you getting pregnant for anything because maybe getting pregnant with that, maybe that man was going to marry her, and eventually we have produced another baby mama somewhere. If she wasn't getting a right suitor when she was vibrant, beautiful, and making money, with one baby in her hand, what is her chances? And we've been addressing on this platform about ladies who are putting down their criteria. Our brothers are not letting it go. Why are you giving these criteria? After having a baby, you're giving criteria. And then you advising somebody, go have a baby for whatever. And eventually demand them marry. So I term that as societal pressure. So I don't know how you say it.
I think we definitely need a part 2.
Yeah.
And I'll make myself available. I'll try to make myself available.
you you there free tomorrow?
What is tomorrow?
Friday now.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Yeah, the track only 2 hours ahead of time. Sorry. Tomorrow is the 6th. What time?
Yeah.
I don't know the time for you, but I usually go live around 11:30. That should be like
Okay.
is it 12:30 at your side? That's
Okay,
when I
I'll go join you. I see that you allow me to stream. I'll go stream once it's 12, my regular time. I'll go stream to my platform from there.
no wala. We good. We good.
Yeah, yeah. But let me say this real quick about what Auntie Miss Grace just said, right? You
Yeah.
see, it's dangerous to do things out of order. It is out of order to be doing things and circumventing the role of faith in family.
Mhm.
It is a dangerous thing. First of all, no condition is permanent,
Yeah.
right? I want to test my woman before we get married. Make sure she's pregnant before we go into it. It's a dangerous. There's no other way to make God laugh, in my opinion, right? You can people get pregnant and they are at full term, and they will lose their pregnancy only to never have children ever again in this life. It happens.
Exactly. It does happen. Yeah.
It took me a while to truly appreciate the miracle in a woman having children, multiplying our seeds. It's better to just do things in order. Don't It's a red flag when a man wants to test your body before. I'm not talking about sex now. I'm talking about actually make you to check your for fertility. It's a red flag. Now, if both of you, there's nothing wrong with both people saying, oh, we're people of certain age, we want to go to a fertility test and make sure we're good. There's nothing wrong with that part. But in terms of actually, I want to see if you get pregnant, there's nothing that's wild. I don't know what to describe it. But it's out of order. And because again, anything can happen, and it's better to do the needful. Pay that woman's bride price. Go and do the proper ceremony, just like anybody that cares about anything in this life would do, and then consummate that wedding properly. If there are issues, there's a place for faith when it comes to family. That's all I'm saying. This know it all, check everything, I have to have all the answers in the world, it just doesn't work. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't work.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Auntie Grace, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow. Auntie Grace, always
Yeah.
you don't join Sister Rose now. Now bass boss all the time now.
Uncle Ben, no, it's you who brings in the bass. You know, I was taking it easy on you. I'm like, you gave her good advice. She can go check herself out. But when you were like, get pregnant, whatever happened, where is that coming from? Come on, guys.
Auntie Grace,
We've been talking about societal pressure. We should let people live their life.
Pressure to what?
Who you want to be.
Auntie Grace, you see,
Yeah.
I understand you and I appreciate your point. You speak like an adult auntie, what you are supposed to say. And like I told you, my own thing is everything a game. How do you win? And
Everything like bass booze.
everything a game, especially in this life. Some people don't know when to make their move. So for me, I like to win. I'm a winner, and I always kept my eyes on the goal. How do I get to that goal? That's all I think about. So, and in real life,
you are a winner because you are favored by God. Everybody wants
Favor
to
is a big
win.
part of
It
it.
just doesn't
Yeah.
work that way. So if
amen.
you don't win, what happens?
You
Right?
accept, but you try.
Okay.
You
Thank
accept
you.
you don't win, but you try. That is it.
Yeah.
So, saying for that advice, you know, it get level, it get how you and person go be. There are some things you know that this person don't let me lie to this person. And there are some that you just say, you know what? Don't say it, just grease it. Like I said every time I'll be saying, I don't want to do Nigerian content. I don't want to do Nigerian content. I'll come back again. My girls will be like, oh, babe, God, you have to do. Because you know why? This day and time, our people don't like somebody who will just say things the way he see it.
It's not this day and time. People have never loved that. People have never liked that. Truth has always been a hard pill to swallow.
So people, I think people just like to embrace those who lie. And for me, if you ask me a question, I will tell you what I think. That's why me and MOP, we don't even get time to do bass boss lately now. Me and MOP, they do back and forth all the time on MOP.
But these people have to pay me before I do bass boss for 7 hours. What you talk about?
And congratulations on your 1 million views, MOP.
Thank you.
I was listening when I think one of our sisters was asking you, say, MOP, is it those videos where you and Uncle Ben were dragging up and down? Because sometimes when MOP and I, when we get into this at times, it go long, 5 hours, 6 hours. But it's so fun. It's just that for me, I know just like saying, let me tell people what they want to hear. That's why everybody can read me. They will just know that back. Even though my real fam, they already know. They know say sometimes where we have
the show. I think I'm almost done with the show that you guys did yesterday. I was watching. I texted you earlier. And I was watching it.
Yeah.
Where you start to to para for everybody.
It's always
wala.
Now, when I ask my sisters, they say, okay, is it okay for people to say marriage is not an achievement? And they begin with
I was going to talk about it. It was inspired. I had it on my topic today, but I didn't get a chance to get to it. If it's an achievement or not, I was like,
relative, Uncle Ben. It's relative.
It's relative, we know, but it's a slap on married people where you tell them say marriage is not an achievement.
No, that was a good question you asked, Uncle Ben. No, that question was a good one. When you said the slap on, I don't know somebody was pushing against you, and when you said it's a slap on people, the question I would have asked, because if you ask me such questions, you know, Nigerian people always ask questions to answer questions, like you did to me earlier on. But so I would have said, who is asking? If somebody says marriage is an achievement, I would say, who is asking?
Exactly. That's why it's relative.
Every time
It's
they will,
relative.
marriage is not an achievement. I'll just be like, what do you mean marriage is not an achievement? With all the sacrifice where we they make is not an achievement.
Usually, the person that feels it's an achievement is not asking.
Oh my God. Anyway, MOP, thank you very much, Baba.
Thank you, boss.
I go chat you up or you chat me. Let's see what we're gonna do tomorrow. Let's have the conversation. But please, anybody will not say you can't stand like real life core issue. Please don't turn in because it might sound tough at times. But if you know you have what it take, you can actually participate in tough conversation and you won't insult anybody. You know, go call anybody out. Please join us tomorrow. Okay.
I think her name is Sister Rose. Shout out to her. She
Yeah.
handled you well. Because I know she was. I don't want to say she's triggered, but I know at one point she wanted to. At one point, she said, "You're not going to punch me, Abi."
You know, I get those my sisters there. Yeah, they know. And that's one thing I love about them. They don't give me too much pushback. Sister Natu go the throw jab. D Marriott. Then play your misty, all of them. We go back and forth. They'll say lie, they no go agree. And I'll be like, you people are choking me. Let me just explain my own. They'll say no, not be so, but I'm enjoying it and I believe we are learning.
They do. I don't let you go. They do a good job at letting you go, Uncle Beno. So don't even try. If it was me, you know, I would have interjected at one point. Okay. The only way I let you go sometimes is okay, I have to take notes. Because you would throw all kind of points. I say, that one I have to tackle. That one I have to tackle.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Auntie Grace,
All right, take care.
All right. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah,
bye.
thank you.
Yeah, bye. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you, everybody. Sister Adama, Sister Ify, I'm so sorry I couldn't share the link today because the time has run already. So please, tomorrow, I don't know what time it's going to be at your place. By 11 at my time is always like around 5 in Nigeria, 5 in London. And in places like New York, it will be like around 12. So you can join us tomorrow. But please, like I said, this Uncle Beno platform, it just carry my name. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the real fam. And the people in the real fam, they are the people I love a lot because the reason is we will have disagreement. Everybody will go back and forth. That doesn't mean that the next day they are not coming back and we discuss another thing. So please, if you have tolerance for hardcore conversation, join us. But if you know you can't stand like all this hardcore conversation and somebody not agreeing with your viewpoint, please, the show is not for you. Okay. We can't be here and be fighting. The topic we treat today is a very, very sensitive one. Please, for those who are going through that stage right now, that they are looking towards God for the fruit of the womb, by the grace of Almighty God, you will carry your baby in Jesus' name.
Amen.
There are options. IVF, surrogacy, they are all excellent options. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. In fact, the earlier you embrace it, the better. I know a sister who did IVF. No, not even IVF. She did surrogacy. I think she was like 38. I will check her story again. If I find out, I will share it with you. She did surrogacy. She already carry her baby. Baby, don't they go 2 years? Guess what happened? She got pregnant. Come born twins. So sometimes God work miraculously. So please, the conversation we had is just the reality of life. There are men who believe that this is what they want. And when you have some of these deep conversation with them, they will simply tell you, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Please don't take it personal, my sister. Don't say, let me talk him into it. Don't say, let me see if you understand. And if you have to have this conversation with any man at all, pay attention to if that man is pretending. There are some men that deep down, they don't want to go along. But because of what you bring to the table, the money, the fame, your achievement, accomplishment, everything, they will just say, okay, let me just play along now. I'll just be there. After 2, 3 years, something will just happen. I will find my way. So please, whenever you are having this deep conversation with any man, don't expect him to give you the answer you expect. Focus more on his body. Oh, God bless your eyes. You see, I like when people understand where we they go. Focus on his body language. Look into his eyes. Don't people. What I've seen with many sisters is when you are sharing deep conversation with men at times, you already prepare your mind for the answer you want him to dish out to you. So now, a smart pretender, a madman, the moment you are having that conversation, he knows you. He already envisaged what you were expecting. So the moment you start, he will tell you, oh yes, baby, let's do it. You got to be smart. You got to be smart. Even in marriage, we are still doing it. Many a times when my wife will come with something and say, babe, I'm thinking of doing this project too. I'm just thinking, if I start it like this, we move like this. The moment I tell my wife, I say, yeah, that project sounds good. Yeah. I think it's okay. My wife will be like, babe, just stop. Babe, stop. If you don't get time to listen to what I want to say, just say you don't get time. I'll be like, what do you mean? It's a good project. Just stop. You know why? Because she can read me. He knows that when you bring anything, project, anything involving money, anything involving deeper conversation, she know I won't just jump into supporting you. And I always get coconut head. May God help me. If you are going left, my brain go just determine make I dey go right. Whether I'm wrong or right, I won't know. I not just want to agree to what you are saying. It's just my nature, no verse. So she knows. The moment I say, babe, great plan, good plan. She will say, babe, just stop. If you don't have time, say you don't have time. Don't just tell me this. I'm sharing something with you. Then I'll say, okay, I'm sorry. I'm actually thinking of something. Can we talk about this later tonight? And that's it. So when you are having deeper conversation with men, don't expect him to give you the answer you want. And when you have deeper conversation with a man, if the man tell you the opposite, the first time he open his mouth, he tell you the opposite. Sister, if you spend the next 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks convincing him, and he's now agreeing with you, that first thing that come out of his mouth, work on Amo. Thank you very much. I don't get advice to give. Like I always said, my philosophy is simple. Life is a game. Play to win. No dull yourself. Always play to win. Now my own philosophy be that. I make una novels. I be Ajekpako. We are Ajekpako. We are always fighting on the street. We always they hustle for survivors. So anything like this, they always look at, okay, how can we win? How can we win? How can you win? So so I don't have expert advice. So when you come to our shows like this, listen to what other people are saying, especially somebody like me. When it comes to relationship, MOP is a certified relationship expert. Watch MOP clip, listen to what he recommend. And for those of you, it's just like what we discussed yesterday, that one where women don't want to hear. When I was saying some women have smelling character. Some women don't want to be cautioned. They don't want people to hold them accountable. In other words, they need to work on themselves. They need personal and self-development. Anybody, if you know you are having that challenge, MOP is the perfect person you can go and talk to. MOP will help you build yourself up. Me, I'm learning every day. My favorite platform, Obodo Yimbo TV, Man of Prestige, Ask Another Man. Those are the places where I sit down, they learn every time. So from MOP, for instance, now, I learn a lot. Now from MOP side, now I know if person won't corner me. Once somebody begin ask some question, I just shake my head. You won't corner me. Forget that shit. I don't they roll with MOP. You don't think if you corner me. So please don't take my advice for it. My advice no be major advice, na Agbero advice. But the only time I think my advice will work for you is when your back is against the wall, and you need grace, you know, get the energy, but you are looking for energy. You are looking for how to get mad and go ganga. Now, where my advice go work for you be that, because that's the only advice I get. You slap me, I won't chop your head up. I don't get patient. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Cool, mama. My sister, God bless you. Sister Chinye. Sister Chinye, we know the agreed. Sister Chinye, thank you. MOP. My Auntie Grace, I cannot love you less, ma. And then my Misty, the lovely Misty. God bless you, Misty. Thanks for showing up today. Simbi, you have anything to say? May you not talk. Say, boss, let me talk. Bye-bye, Simbi. Just
No,
pray for
no,
everybody.
sir.
Oh, yeah, please
Okay,
pray for
okay,
everybody. Make the prayer not too long ago.
okay,
All right, mama,
okay.
let's go.
Father, in Jesus' name, we commit
Amen.
Real Family to your hands. We thank you for today's show. We pray that you rain upon us dollars and pounds in Jesus' name. We pray that you
Amen.
rain upon us your favor in Jesus' name. We pray that
Amen.
you rain upon us good health in Jesus' name. We pray that
Amen.
you grant our heart desires, you listen to our hearts, you grant our heart desires even before we ask in Jesus' name. We pray that
Amen.
you break protocols for our sake in Jesus' name.
Simbi,
We
get
pray
to
that you
the
increase us.
money part, I beg.
Everything is no money now, Uncle Ben.
Now the money I need, get to the money part. I don't tell you, your prayer too long. That's the problem with you, prayer warrior girls. Just get to the money part. We rent them up, I beg.
Okay, okay. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, look at our account and increase it in the mighty name of Jesus. Those of
Amen.
us that have dollars accounts, oh God, increase it with dollars. Those of us that have pounds,
Amen.
increase it with pounds in Jesus' name. Let men
Amen.
call us and say, oh, send your account details. I just remembered you. I want to bless you. Let this be our portion for the rest of this week
Amen.
in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Amen.
And now you come. Which one be all those long prayer where they do simply? Girl. You too go church. Wait here happen. Shoki Lobelge. God, we thank you for yesterday. We thank you for today. Thank you for life. Thank you for everything. Baba God, we need money. Bless us with money. Baba, let arm robber go and rob in the bank and throw the money in our compound. You go pray Nigeria prayer. You see they go. Anyway, Simbi, I love you, Mama. You know that, right? Simbi,
Yes,
you
sir.
know the
Just send my Hennessy.
Simbi, you not do any work. You not do any work today. Now, Auntie Grace and Misty, now they actually do today's show. You not contribute nothing. What do you need NSC for Simbi?
Uncle Ben, but I was there from the beginning now. I'm
You not
loyal.
contribute. The people that host and deliver today's show is Misty, Auntie Grace, and MOP. You not do jack today. You want collect NSC,
It is
NSC
well,
call.
sir.
Lord, Joe. Okay, Mama, I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Thank you, everybody. God bless you all. I should gone.